Well, it's wedding week here on Good Day, and right now we're going to highlight what's long been a subject between celebrities and super rich prenuptial agreements.
All right, prenups are now on the rise among normal people. If you're wondering whether you need one, estate planning attorney Ann Margaret Carrozza is here. Got some great advice. Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
So, we always thought, you got a prenup because you had money.
Right.
If you have no money, do you need a prenup?
Well, I think we're getting away from the idea that a prenup is only for the super wealthy. Everyone should have a prenup, especially if we have student loan debt, if we have credit card debt. We want to protect the other party from being liable for each other's debts. So at a bare minimum, we want to do that to protect ourselves.
What happens if the young couple has no money, but there might be a small inheritance involved down the road, maybe some real estate? Does a prenup cover that?
Well, if you're on a game show, the law is that an inheritance is separate property.
Oh.
But if the child chooses to commingle it with a partner, then it's up for grabs. So I encourage parents, when they're doing their estate planning, their will, their trust, to leave everything to Mary, Susie, and Johnny on the condition that they take steps to keep inherited assets separate from what they may choose to commingle with a spouse or partner.
Wow.
Okay, so when you go into a prenup, as you say, everyone should consider it for sure, because you never know what the future holds. But the reason for doing it is because your future may include divorce or falling apart. So who brings it up? Because when you do, the first thing you think, oh, wait a minute, do you not trust me? Or are we going to get divorced? Who brings it up and how do you do it?
I think the party with fewer assets is the one who should bring it up. If you have all of the money and I don't, I want to know that I'm not going to be homeless in the event that it doesn't work. So the party with fewer assets wants to ensure that they have a baseline security no matter what happens. And I think the best way to bring it up is in conjunction with the other planning that we're doing. The moment we're engaged, we want to do a health care proxy. We want to do a power of attorney so that we can make each other's decisions. We want to think about life insurance to protect the person financially in the event of death. Why not include a prenup in this planning discussion to protect each other in the event that we're in the 43% of marriages that won't make it?
So, look, you're not a marriage counselor, but
She's like, well, maybe.
You may need to be. But look, so what do you do? The one party brings it up, and the other party goes, well, I don't know. How do you, because you don't want to twist someone's arm into doing it, but you do want this to be a legally binding thing, and you want to be on the same page when you get married, too.
I think our society is moving to a question of what do we want in the document, as opposed to what should go in it and what shouldn't go in it. We want to put our financial goals in there. If there's someone with a problem, a compulsive spender, someone with a gambling issue, we want to put benchmarkers in this agreement to try and structure our lives together. It should be like a mission statement.
And it should be part of, like, what, the engagement from the minute they get engaged? Because it's, do you ask your adult children to do it? Or
I think obviously an adult child is free to do whatever they want, but I think within our own planning, we can say this goes to Mary, Susie, and Johnny with the hope that they do a prenup or on the condition that they do a prenup.
Is there any difference between first and second marriages as far as prenups go?
It's huge. It's huge, Kurt, because the statistics, unfortunately, with second and third marriages, the divorce rate is over 60%.
So it gets worse every time you marry?
Well,
remarry?
It says you can't get it right the first time, then you're probably not going to get it right the second time.
The point is we're older, and we have fewer working years to recoup from a financially devastating divorce. And when we're dealing with a second marriage, if there are children that each of us has and it's a blended family, we want to make sure that we're protected from each other's long-term care bills. So we want to ensure that we have long-term care insurance in place or a trust in place to protect assets from long-term care. And all of those points should be addressed within the prenup.
Okay.
I think the positive thing is that it's about more than just money. I think people go into it thinking, okay, what's yours, what's mine, and let's figure that out. But there are other things to plan.
Put some goals in there.
Yeah.
Make it positive.
Yeah. I was going to say, give us something positive about a prenup as we go out.
A prenup ensures that when we have the inevitable spat, I'm not worried about being homeless because I know there's a base level of security, and a good prenup will give that to both parties.
There you go, estate planning attorney Ann Margaret Carrozza. How can people find you?
myelderlawadttorney.com.
Thank you so much. Always full of great advice. Thank you.
Exactly.